Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and as you can see for yourself, this national mall is quite lacking. We have constructed indeed a monument to Washington, the famous home of Seattle, and Seattle's best, but what we have not created is a beautiful monument to the Ford Lincoln Town Car, which I plan to remedy post-haste. Now, we're doing this at approximately a 1:9 scale. This building is, well, it's not really 1:9. Well, I don't know. It's a big building, and it has pillars, so we're going to put some pillar blocks in here. And doing the math to make it roughly the right size in relation to the Washington Monument there, we need to go back 4 blocks. Actually, wait, no, 5 blocks. These are all wrong. How could I have been so blind? And place these like so. And, of course, why don't I have a shovel in my shovel slot? That would be too logical, you know, and we are not Vulcans. We are not machines. We are not computers. We think for ourselves freely and without chastisement from the gods above. And regardless of the Mad Pantheon, what we want to do now is to place a series of these crazy awesome pillar blocks just kind of around like so. And we want to make this 3 high, and then we want to come in and have quickly a set of stairs at the top that will bring the whole thing to kind of have a roof that doesn't look terrible. This feels a little bit too wide, maybe. Let's back up for a second. Because the actual building is 189 feet across and 125 feet back. And what we're doing is building it in such a way that each block is approximately 25 feet. That's a very, very rough way to do it. But okay, we're going to need at least this many more smoky quartz. So let's go ahead and continue with this emballment here. And so now we can go ahead and set up, let's see, we got enough pillars, we got some blocks here. Let's go ahead and get these stairs going around the outside. We're going to need 5 times 2 is 10, plus 6 times 2. Wait. You know why this looks wrong? Because it is. Boom. Whoops, I don't know why I broke those ones. Those ones can stay. That was terrible of me. And I hear stupid monsters. So, unfortunately, I can't reconstitute these pillars into blocks, or what have you. Wait, is that how far? Did I just redo it again? This is why we have things that are not built to proper scale, because proper scale is hard. So, go ahead and start getting our roof together here. Turn the corner. Come on around here. Boom, 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 boom. I just did a mining episode, so I hope I'm not out of quartz. Well, let's go ahead while we're in here and set up some lights, because I will probably need those later. And let's also set up a stairwell to get back out, because I will certainly need that later, given my propensity for just tumbling. Okay, so lacking any source of timber, I'm going to have to sprint back over here, but that's okay, because we can actually use this as an intermediate opportunity to determine how visually pleasing or stunning this thing is. Now, I know for a fact that there's not 1, but 2 of these beautiful little boxing over here. So let me get my axe out, and we'll just hatchet away at it. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There we are. Now we got an opportunity. Okay, actually, you know what? When you're in the distance, this actually looks about right. It's not perfect, but yeah, it's just when you're up close to it, it seems like the lack of detail just seems off. And when you're doing something at this small a scale in relation to the original, because if we did this at actual size, this would be 2,000 feet long. That's like something like 800 blocks, or 700 blocks. I really need to get better at translating from meters to feet and whatnot and back. So we're just going to put that little crafting box there, get us some more stairs. So here's 4, 8, and then, well, we'll make do with what we got. So, coming around the corner here, like so. That's just sad. So, we are regrettably short. That's very frustrating. If you remember from my last episode about this area, this build was kind of about the importance of doing math right and getting things to scale properly. And clearly I have not learned the lesson that I've tried to bestow upon you. And now I'm in a pit. This is not a metaphor. I'm just in a pit. Wonderful. Thank you. See, this is the sort of thing where I want to yell at Vetches. I want to be like, thank you, Vetches, for dropping me into this pit, precisely as I might have deserved. But I didn't deserve it, and there's no Vetches. Oh, but look at that. That kind of looks okay from the distance, which is kind of the goal here. It's just to kind of get this small-scale monument prototyping going on. And I might even build a set of these somewhere way out in the wilderness, further away, and kind of see how they do. But yeah, see, this is something when people come out of the portal here, they can get their little Lincoln Memorial, their little Washington Monument, and the sun's about to set. So I'm going to go ahead and hop in the bed here, and then I'm going to swing on back by the Hanging Gardens, and oh, you know what? I think I might have left some extra quartz there anyway. So we can get extra quartz in the Hanging Gardens and get an eyeball on how beautiful this is. Time skip. Well, from up here, I got to say, a few things jump out at me. One, you can definitely tell that the roof is open, so I'm definitely going to want to fix that if I'm going to have people viewing it from up here on top of our beautiful gardens. And two, you know, they don't really seem that big from up here, which, I mean, I know I didn't build them, you know, to 1-to-1 scale, but, like, I worry that I'm not really doing them justice as monuments. So maybe once I collect, you know, literally 2 chests, double chests full of quartz, I could do another pass at these and try and really make them good. And there's a whole thing with the park, which is called the mall, around there that I didn't really try to even do, where there's like flagpoles and stuff, because at this scale, just there's no blocks in Minecraft small enough to really represent those. Well, it turned out I didn't have any extra quartz blocks up there, so I had to just run back through the nether real quick, and of course now I can't get back atop my Lincoln Memorial. I have stairs on the inside, didn't bother building them on the outside. I never thought I'd get trapped out here. That was just poor planning on my part, clearly. And now I'm destroying extra blocks. And I looked at the original photograph some more, and it looks like it's actually closer to being like this. There we go. Now, one thing that'll be kind of neat about it is that the crazy part on the inside... now it's a mess. And there's a creeper down there, so let's not fall that far. Good to know. Okay. So, we can just put these pillar blocks here. Come back around out here. We're going to have to probably cut into this hill a bit more. Deploy some dirt there after shoveling out some of this. You know, just kind of, for good measure, kind of rounding it out a bit. That sort of thing. Yeah, that's nice. Excellent. And we can just drop a dirt in here. Boom. Okay. So, we've replaced those pillars. We've now got no good way to jump up onto here. Not that we did in the first place. Great. So I was going to say... stairs. That's what we need. We need stairs. I'm clearly not functioning at a level where I can operate anything else. One of the weird things about the way this building is the top part here would have, like, half slabs right here, which is kind of different. Nope, wrong. Might be easier to come down inside of here and do this. And just kind of lay these in like so, making sure to leave the stairwell for last, because that is my escape route. Can I hop? Oh, and of course that's not gonna work. So then we just come up like so. Boom! So now we've got the top of the building done properly. There is actually a stairwell kind of thing up in front here. That would kind of go out like that, maybe. Really, the entire building might look more correct marginally with stairs surrounding the outside of it, but I don't know. Actually, you know what, I'm looking at that. These stairs would not be 25 feet high. So, like, really what we need is like a quarter of that. We need something like this. Yeah, that is a lot closer. There is our beautiful, incredibly small scale, falling backwards into a cave area. Not going to do that. Incredibly small scale Lincoln Memorial facing our incredibly small scale Washington Monument. precisely the way that the Founding Fathers intended when they signed all them documents declaring our freedoms. They said to themselves, one day somebody will make a thing in a video game with a bunch of buildings that are dedicated to us. And I think that's good. So let's go ahead here and actually set up a nice little cradle for people to come out and to view these monuments from. I went ahead and I cleared off the lawn a little bit too, just because I realized that the grass was giving it a awkward sense of scale. Because you were like, oh, hey, those buildings, they look about right-sized, but oh, that grass, that's kind of weird. It's massive grass. It's grassive, if you will. And so I got grassive-aggressive, and I got rid of it all. And I think this looks pretty good. I also did the math. These are about 1/8 scale. Not exactly, but they're pretty darn close. And so, anyway, I'm pretty happy with this, and hopefully the other people on the server don't mind too much either. So until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.